on demand of this, then as usual, I encourage you to skip ahead a minute or two, because it's the start of a stream. Guess who's not professional enough for a countdown? It's this guy. Alright. And we live. Just gonna make sure everything's streaming all right on my channel. The usual. If you've watched lots of these streams, I kill time for a little bit at the start. Let some people show up. So, today, we have a special thing planned. It's themed. Since there is a event keeping many people at home, or at least they're being told to, I thought it'd be fun if we have a day at work. So it's gonna start off, we're jogging to work this morning. Hey everyone. Hello Articus. Big fan of everything you did in To Kill a Mockingbird. Also, if this stream is a surprise to you, yeah, you came here to play Not to Work? Well, you're going to be excited from how we work. Yeah, some people were asking for more Ring Fit Adventure and are on a stream. I was like, what should we do? And this came up and I was like, oh boy, lots could go wrong. Oh, cool. I also love the FF7 remake vids. I'm on the other side of it, but I'm enjoying it. All right. Y'all can join me if you want. We're gonna do some dynamic stretches.
Keep your posture straight. 3, 2, 1, go! Alternate bringing your knees up.
The audio is gonna be extremely mixed, especially if I get squatting again.
Stretch within the range of your ability. Last time. All right. Good.
Yeah, that one's chump change. This is where the trouble
is the heel
starts.
lift stretch. Bring the insides of your ankles up to
Stretch
the
like you're
spine.
still in Taekwondo.
This stretch can help make your hips more flexible.
And your self-esteem lower.
Time
As you feel Father Time slowly tightening his fist around you.
is the back straighten.
One muscle at a time.
Take a big step forward and drop your hips.
This is for your back.
Focus on your form when raising your arms.
Oh, you don't really need the Rincon for any of the
Works your
stretches.
core as well.
We should pick the
Let's
attacks
do one
for
more
you.
of each.
Clayton, I could not trust you less with that.
Good. Finally, spread your feet.
I hate this.
Raise the Rincon above your head and lean to the side.
Ugh.
As you get comfortable doing this stretch, make sure you're still making large movements.
I feel so horrible at this
stretch
one.
works your back.
I guess I'm doing it around as much as tip, but one time
Let's do one more.
the thing was like, if you bend to 90 degrees, that's cool. It's like, are you kidding me?
Great job.
Parallel with the floor? Oh, what would you trust anyway? One person was like, we should pick your attacks. Oh, Tip's feeling it. Alright, so I'm a world ahead of last time. Yeah, you guys are not allowed to pick my attacks. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, look what happened 15 seconds ago in the chat. Alright, so we did leg day, basically. Now it's Armando. Alright. 8 minutes. Alright, so this is like a middle difficulty one. Which is just gonna cool down right away. Alright, it's arms though. I feel okay. It's the squats. Huh, hey, it caught on fire. Knee lift, let's go. I'm lifting my knees, stupid Joy-Con. Oh. Alright, let's dance. Oh, he's gonna pick my moves. 2 arms. Clever. Yeah, I got it, man. Let's go.
Yeah. Color, then select the skill.
Ooh, I get whatever I want. Yeah. I kept this one. Fan favorite. Also, they are not all equal difficulty. This is the most softball exercise. That said, it does add up surprisingly. It reminds me, like, if this is your impression of the game, this is so soft. It reminds me of, like, if you watch those strongman competitions on TV sometimes. It's like the deadlift, where it's this, like, super easy exercise, but it just keeps going on.
You should feel it in your stomach, not your arms.
Eat me. You suck. Okay.
Select the skill.
Sorry, you guys don't often get to see Dave's competitive side. Let's just say, I ain't ever gonna get a sportsmanship award.
Soulful.
Alright. You guys can pick the next attack if you
Okay,
want.
Let's move. Like you're pulling a bowstring taut.
So, the ring con I'm holding, if you're not familiar, it's a resistance ring. The pull I think is quite difficult. I mean, it's also focused on triceps, which are a relatively weak muscle group.
Great. Sharp. Excellent.
But everyone likes a good tricep.
All right.
That's gonna give your arms personality.
Well done. Increase your pace. Great.
But yeah, pulling it to 100% resistance takes a consistent effort. There's also just more like anatomical ways to cheat it the other way.
Okay, let's move.
Proper form, gotta keep the elbows up.
Nice. Very nice. Perfect.
Also, if you lock your elbow when you're doing it, that's cheating. Well, you know, whatever, right?
Awesome.
Whatever floats your boat.
Good job.
I really thought it would be more of a jogging stage. We might have to go back to one of those.
Great. Let's pick up the pace.
Come on.
Right. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
So far, not too bad. I have healing moves too.
Keep squeezing.
Deltoids, bro. So, you got a range of deltoid sizes that,
Careful. You don't have many hearts left.
yeah, I think he'll probably tag me on the next one, so we'll have to, I don't like where this is going. Everybody, we're doing this one together. This is a no Joy-Con. That's what I'm doing. Alright. I'm gonna go far away now. I've never done this one. Oh. Alright. Color me interested.
Okay, let's go. Target your actions.
Witness
Good
me!
job. Keep it up.
Something about that sound
Okay.
ain't
Wonderful.
right.
Great. Nicely done. Okay.
I'll say this, it's a stretch.
Fantastic. Excellent.
It's like a
Excellent.
boat pose. Where I'm allowed to touch with my arms.
Awesome. Well done. Excellent.
So if you're doing the exercise right, your hair will flame.
Fine work.
Yeah, you know what?
Neat.
My
5.
groin's not loving this anymore.
Come on. 3. Okay. You got
Ah,
it. 1.
yeah.
Right on.
Ugh. Well, this is getting to like it.
Stand up. No need to rush though.
A lot of these exercise. Oh yeah, ab guard. I guess I could watch what's happening. I am going back and forth with the chat a little bit. So far, pretty softball. Well, alright.
Keep going. Select a skill.
Alright. We know what y'all came to see. Grinding the ground. Alright, I'm going far away again. What? It's a no pants let's play, so double GDP. if you don't have them on. You know, pajama pants. It was asked, do those count? The answer is no. It has pants in it. Shorts are good. All right. Let's get in shape. Off we go. Let's playing chair. All right. Wait. I need to tell. There we go. Now we go.
Okay, let's go. Inhale and raise your glutes. Great! Nice!
Raise your glutes.
Yes! Yes!
That is technically correct and politically correct.
Excellent! Wonderful! Okay!
And
Very nice! Fantastic! Nice! Keep it up! Great!
all right, I think that's 14.
Help yourself. Fine work! Fine work! 5 more! Excellent! Very nice! 3! Good job! All right! 1 left! Nice! You made it!
Ah!
No need to rush, though.
Yeah, they stopped feeling good. Hiked 15 km.
Feel it in your stomach when you breathe out.
Sounds like your core didn't get a workout then. No. It's not a contest. However,
Select a skill and...
I friggin' did it. Why not suffer with me? Alright, let's give him the jazzercise attack.
twist
I think
your
this would be good for forearm tone though.
1, good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Good for working those upper arms.
Yeah, you can feel it a little bit.
Halfway there. 20 more. 2, 1, good. 1, 2,
I've mentioned numerous times.
good. 5 more. Flawless.
Used to be a rock climbing instructor, used to do a lot of that.
Front press.
Oh, front press. There we go. Now it's arm day. Hold something in your armpit. I've never done this before.
In the ring pump.
Oh, we gotta do it for a while. Never gonna give you up, never gonna make you cry. That was cool.
A tough one, but you can do it.
Alright, next turn, we should be fine. That should be when we hit. Got actually quite a bit of leg stuff in here. Okay, I've never done that warrior pose, but let's bow pull again. It's arm day.
Okay, let's move.
I am excited you guys get to see a boss fight. I did a 1-episode Let's Play of this, and it was a more normal stage.
Well done. Nice.
So for the leg thing, we did a stage,
Perfect.
but
Amazing.
all the
Very nice.
moves on our bar were changed to leg moves,
All right.
which is all well and good
Done. Good.
until you get to a whole bunch of enemies that aren't weak to leg moves.
Great. One.
And then you do and reduce damage.
Okay, let's switch sides.
Starting to feel it.
Okay, let's go. Good for working those upper arms.
Does the band ramp up resistance? Yes.
All right.
It's a cool physics thing.
Yes.
Means you have to deform the shape more and more. Like,
Excellent.
it gets harder. The resistance band, or resistance ring, is amazing. It's a really good piece of equipment, and I'm not paid to say that or anything,
Okay.
but
Increase your pace.
it's a high quality product.
Nice.
Yeah, I've really been impressed with really everything pertaining to the game. This is no Wii Fit. In my opinion, what's the hardest exercise in the game? White Caliber would be a better guy to ask that because he's further in the game than I am. But for me,
You don't have
all right, we gotta regen. Oh boy, I would say the hardest exercise would be like planking if you have to do it a couple times in a row. When you're starting to get tired and sore, and then it's like pick up the pace. That's when planking stops being fun. Oh wait.
Okay,
Here.
let's move. Lowering your legs works your abs more. But don't
Here
go
comes
too
the
low.
baby.
Great!
I really hope Mrs. Get Jade doesn't come to the door right now.
Very nice.
She will not let me live this one down. Oh, you know what? I'm multitasking, buddy.
Great! Well done. Challenge yourself.
I made fun of it. It adds up.
Well done. 5 more. Keep it up.
I guess, you know what? We're not jogging to work.
Yes.
We're fighting to work.
Come on. One left. Right on.
All right.
You made it.
Those are my first 2 times ever using
Don't push it. Take a break if you need to.
a healing move. Whoa, you got a review code for Trials of Mana? Congrats, man. Tell me how you got it.
Overhead arm twist.
Do you have a massively popular channel?
Twist your arm. 1, 2, 1. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Because that always
Bend
helps.
your spine like you're reaching up. 1,
If you do,
there. 20 more. 2, 1. Good.
I'll give you a review code for a game coming out later this year. It's a story-driven Metroidvania. Please tell everyone you love it and to buy it.
Abgar.
Sometimes I contribute with a local games website. Okay. That's cool.
Keep squeezing.
I'm making a video game.
Excellent. Let's select a skill. Thigh press.
You can, you can have a copy.
Okay, let's move. Be careful not to drop the ring toss.
So this actually feels very good because it's kind of the opposing motion to what we were doing before.
Sharp. Well done.
And I would argue
Great.
exercising opposing motions is a really good thing to do.
Fine work.
Especially, like, for me, I have a job.
Very nice.
Yeah, we got him. Where, you know, I'm at the computer for a long time. And so that, like, over exercises some muscle groups and just weakens others. And so you got to do the counteraction to stretch it out. So a lot of door frame lean. How goes the video game? I will be putting out an update on that in a couple weeks, but I'm basically feature complete now. I'm tweaking a couple of things. And that's going to be true right up until the end. But yeah, we're getting close to content generation. Oh,
Now turn your
victory
exercise
squad.
into experience points with a
You're getting big
victory
and buff?
bonus.
Well, that is not my goal. I'm very
Charge your
particular
slot power,
about this
But don't overextend your release.
because of,
Victory!
again, you know, Canadian hockey fan. Everything I think of is through that lens, basically. I think I'm doing
Lightly
okay.
cover the IR motion camera with the pad of your right thumb.
I sometimes struggle with getting it in the right spot.
Measuring. Please do not move your thumb.
If that's me moving my thumb there, I'm good now. Really? Alright. Felt lower than that. Yeah. I try very hard to stay right at 180 pounds, which is like, because I'm 180 centimeters tall. That's a good mix of the attributes I need for hockey. Because I'm not like one of the big 6'4" dudes, you know, 230 that can just sort of like power through everything. But typically in hockey, as you get heavier and taller, your skating abilities will decrease. There's some people who are exceptions. Like Darnell Nurse is a player. He's not huge, but he's quite tall and still tough. He skates very well for his height. Zdeno Chara is 6'9". He's the tallest player ever in the NHL. He's like the only tall guy who can skate, like on Earth. Pound centimeter is a terrible ratio. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just good size weight ranges for skating. As you get bigger, you're gonna inhibit your skating ability. And there's lots of guys who have beefed their ways out of the NHL that way. Martin Marincin, he was this big, tall guy, but scrawny. They always wanted him to beef up, and that always is what bumped him out of the league. All right, Adonis. Crunch time. Oh, mixing Imperial with metric. Yeah, fine. 81 kilograms, 5'11 Imperial. I have an extremely normal size. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this looks like it'll be a jogging one. Okay, this is going to be abdominal stuff. All right. 4-minute jog. We're trying some of these. Yeah, but again, most of my... Like, I played soccer a lot growing up, not so much now. I'm somewhat interested in getting back into it, but my skills have eroded so much. But I played striker in that where, you know,
You've got it.
typically... Oh, whoops. I didn't think it registered. Typically strikers are smaller guys, but I'm still in the normal range for that. Like, Lionel Messi is. It's like 5'7" or something. How long do you think I'll be alive on Earth? I mean, I'm going for 80 years. I think I would be the longest lived male in my family at that. I think never smoking helps with that, though. On stream, probably an hour. Alright, let's go. Man, I miss hockey. Can't play it, can't watch it. Just me in my driveway right now. Yeah, live streaming. Yeah, 1 hour. Did I get too real? But again, you never know. This could be the end. I could be one of those guys who dies on stream. Heart attack. Or worse yet, falls over during Warrior 2. Cracks head on corner of desk.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, 1 hour or so in the stream. After this, we're gonna... So this is just jogging to work, because we're doing a normal day. Alright, I kind of hate the kayak. When is hockey season? It's supposed to be right now!
This will be weird.
I think yesterday,
And twist your upper
a
body.
few years ago, is when my team, the Oilers, eliminated the San Jose Sharks for their first playoff win in a long time. They had a dark season with really bad management and ended up having the longest streak without being in the playoffs. But we went back, won a round against a good team. This is gonna sound like I'm being a sore loser. Also should have beat the Anaheim Ducks in round 2 in 7 games. But the refs missed a goalie interference call. Because they only looked to see if Ryan Kessler
You got it.
shoved the goalie, and they didn't wash his hands, where he physically grabbed Cam Talbot's pads, opened them, and the puck went through the wickets for the 5-hole. They didn't check it, and that was the series. You know, it was 4 years ago. I've moved on, still talking about it, still angry. In my defense, I hated Kessler before that. I live in Toronto. All you know is pain. Me too, man. Me too. But yeah, the Leafs, they've had a rough 50 years. Yeah, I don't think I have the ability to get me up there yet. Ring mentioned something like that before. Typically, you get a new ability every world. Leg lifts, honeys! playing football now. But yeah, I try to not get too light and try not to get too big. I had a friend, she was the captain of a women's hockey team at Ivy League University. She got an athletic scholarship there, ended up being the captain there. Told me I had the right build for forward. So I was like, yeah, I'm keeping it here. All right. Usually you see the goal by now. Did not suffer enough from the Sonics and Mariners. Man. Well, maybe you guys might get an NHL, or are getting an NHL franchise. Weight goals are 195.11. Yeah. The important thing is, like, with all fitness, is you got to think about, like, what's your goal? What do you want to achieve? Like, if you want to be a beefcake, then you do the pumping iron thing. For me, I kind of want to have the Commander Shepard sort of thing, where it's like good for a mix.
Doing great.
Unless you can do the whole Knights thing. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Drop your hips.
For those not familiar, the Vegas Golden Knights
Victory!
were an expansion team. Everyone was like, oh, they're gonna suck. And they put in these rules for which players they could draft from other teams. They got one player from each team. And stuff started getting crazy. Like, Florida was like, we will give you what was his face? Mike Riley, who they thought was a boat anchor with a bad contract. If you take Jonathan Marchessault, who is like this 5'7" guy who'd scored 30 goals. I don't know why they'd want to get rid of him, but they did. And then it turned out those two guys were like point per game players the next year. How the GM does not get fired. That's like, between the two of them, it was like in a ballpark of MVP. So I mean, that's just a catastrophic fail. You can pump iron and stay lean. Yeah, for sure. When I say pumping iron, I'm referring to like the Arnold Schwarzenegger approach. But yeah, what you eat is honestly, if you're working out hard and like trying to bulk up, you can basically eat indefinitely, and all the protein you consume your body will use. And honestly, like, your ability, you got to learn stomach control almost as much as everything else. But I mean,
You won't need the ring
all
of
of this is central with eating
Be mindful of your body and stretch within the range of your
and sleeping.
ability.
Got to sleep right.
Raise both arms and pull down on your left elbow.
Cloud's
Stretch your
juicing
upper
though,
arms
yeah,
while pulling your
hard.
elbow downward.
Abs are made in the kitchen. Can be. I had a lot of time in the kitchen today. I made green onion cakes.
Now do the same on the opposite side. Be careful not to let your head fall forward.
Give yourself kudos for all your hard. Well, thanks, game.
Bring yourself back slowly. Stretch your left arm
Yeah.
to the side and hold it with your right arm.
I did
Hold
get
your
Ring
arm
Fit
and
Adventure
stretch
before.
the
It was
muscles of your
cool
left shoulder.
because I work out of a home office, so which is a very glorious. See you, Tyler. Glorious way of saying
Now do the same on the
locked in a
opposite
room in the
side.
basement much of the waking
Slowly
day
stretch out,
and sometimes
but be careful
beyond.
Not to bounce.
So this is a good exercise routine to have in the mix because I try to have a little break in the middle of each day. Since I've started doing that, I haven't had a sick day.
Use your right hand to pull back the fingers of your left hand. While
Which is
arching
good.
back
Just-
your left wrist, stretch
If you're
your
wearing
left
out your
arm.
mind and like a select group of shoulder and back muscles all day, it really gets to you. So just breaking it up in the middle, it's a better balance.
Now do the same on the opposite side.
Oh,
You can
You
get a
liked my
deeper
reviews
stretch
of
by
games.
pulling your
Thank
arm
you.
in closer.
I would like to do them again. It's just time is such a precious commodity right now.
Bring yourself back slowly.
And I have to make a good game.
Join your hands
or
together in front of
my
you.
life goal collapses in front of
Position
me.
your glutes
So that's
as if you're
getting a
going
lot
to
of my
sit
energy
down.
right now.
Then stretch your hands forward.
Oh, thank you. This one feels good.
Bring yourself back.
As a matter of
slowly.
fact, game, I am going to sit down.
Bend your
Are you
left
working
knee
weekends
and
out?
bring your ankle
No,
behind
not right
you.
now.
Pull your knee backward.
Um,
Stretch the front of your thigh.
I've done it. I'm saving that bullet for later,
Now do
basically.
the same on the
I'd like to
opposite
say, like, you do
top
have
of
better
your foot to stretch
long-term
your shin muscles
output
as
if
well.
you don't. But, because that's where the crunch philosophy comes, is like, okay, but if we have this really narrow time span where we
yourself
need to
back
get it right,
slowly. And your stretching is
that's when we crunch, and then you pay the
Jump.
consequences later. And what's happened is my life goal to be indie necessary? It's to make like games with like stories I can get behind. Like, you know, that's a big question. We'll take a break to talk about it. The life goal, yeah, it's not just to work on video games. I care about what game is being made. And so I basically had two choices. Will be to, yeah, go into the industry and be part of it and, you know, get yourself into a position where you can be running your own project, which can take years, or just do it now. And so that's it. Like, I don't care so much about anything else, really. Yeah, crunch is productivity neutral to negative after 2 weeks. Yeah, I agree. I am saving basically my crunch time for the launch, in case like a bug slips through and on launch day stuff's going wrong. I'm going to be patching like crazy. That's kind of my plan, is to honestly go in slightly more rested than normal just in case I need to bang out some long weeks. But yeah, absolutely. Because the thing with coding, like even on friggin' on Monday, I was coding like garbage and I knew it. Just because like my mind didn't get started correctly. I don't know how else to put it. But I mean, I even thought about putting into the Discord being like, oh, I made some trash. And by the end of the day, I was sort of back on top of it. But you just, if you make a mistake while you're coding, like one mental error, it can cost you weeks. Oh man, I would love to talk hockey all the time. Yeah, like, yeah, when studios, sorry, this is in response to the Brawl guy saying like, yeah, we're taking days off right before launch, because I mean, it's not pessimistic to say this, but managers think it is, but it's like the default state of most things is for them to go a little wrong. Catastrophe isn't the norm, but bad is. You know? Like, if that weren't the case, like, pro basketball players would never miss a three. But they miss most of them. Because there's stuff going on. It's more complicated than just taking a shot. I mean, that's not the best metaphor, but you get my point. It's like, stuff goes wrong, all sorts of things, and you don't know what's gonna go wrong, otherwise you would have already fixed it. Yeah, gotta pace yourself. So about Aerith. Yeah, I like crazy Aerith. She was always a little crazy. It's coming across more clearly now. Okay. I'm going to take a brief break. I have to do something kind of complicated for me. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go. I don't want to turn the stream off. But I have to switch a couple things. I'm also going to be switching consoles partway through this. Probably should have figured this out in advance. Okay. Oh, okay, fine game. Also, I really like the music on the title screen. Oh, sorry, game. We could just chat. Oh no, we're going to work. This is a normal day. The lockdown's not part of this stream, man. We just jog to work. But what is our job? I'll let you know momentarily. Oh, you guys could just chat. I understand now. I was not invited. I know you didn't mean it like that. But I'm taking it that way. You know what? I'm just gonna Google it on stream. Skip ahead 2 minutes if you're watching the VOD and you don't care. No, that's not helpful. Yeah, unfortunately Snapwave's gone and now he's been replaced by the vastly inferior Y Caliber. Alright, here's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to stop the stream and then we're going to start it again in like 10 seconds. And I'll have adjusted everything. Be right back, everyone.